been switched.
You mean after what?
You mean after?
After your last appearance.
After, yeah, well.
Yeah, we're very friendly. We're show business friends.
Except you wouldn't go on. We had a problem because I had this TV show.
Right.
And Artie was supposed to be in it.
And he's not.
No, he screwed me.
What? I didn't screw anybody. It was strictly a business decision on my part. I would love to be on Norm's show.
What was the business decision?
He wanted to do some movie with Chris O'Donnell instead.
So you're mad at him?
No, he's a good man.
Do you hold a grudge or anything like that?
Nah, he's a good guy.
I think he seems a little aggravated. I don't know. I mean, but we still talk and everything. Because I can get bed sent for him.
Who's Michelle Greppy?
Yeah, you got a bad review in the paper by Michelle Greppy. She hates you.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
But the New York Times loves me. But Michelle Greppy hates me.
What's something Michelle said?
She says, all the charm of a date rapist.
But a date rapist has to have charm, right?
That's true. A date rapist has to have a lot of charm, right?
I would imagine so.
Real rapists don't, but date rapists.
They have to have enough charm to get you on a date.
They gotta get you on a date, exactly.
He took your punchline.
So Norm, what brings you down here today?
I'm gonna go on this Howard show and promote my. I love how this is a 2-camera shoot.
We need you from every angle.
On the Howard Stern show, the great Howard Stern, and promote my situation comedy. Should I call it a sitcom? Am I supposed to be looking at the camera?
Yeah, look over.
What?
Doesn't matter. Look wherever.
So I'm going to do that to tap into Howard's, vast listenership.
No, I know Howard's always been a big fan of yours and a big supporter. You think he'll like your new show? Do you care if he did or not?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Well, I care if he likes it, yeah.
What if he didn't, let's say?
Oh, that's cool, I did my movie, Dirty Work. He didn't even watch it.
Were you disappointed you didn't watch it?
I wished he'd watched it. It's available on video.
He just doesn't want to say it.
No, he would say. But hey,
what are you going to do with that?
I love you, cinema verite. That's a cigarette. Let's get a shot of a cigarette.
I want to know what you're going to do with the cigarette.
Norm Macdonald's here. He's got a new TV show coming out.
He finally showed up, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's like time to leave already. Norm showed up late.
Trying to promote this show?
I don't think he cares. When a guy shows up that late to promote a show,
you want the primetime audience, right? You want to get the biggest audience possible.
Yeah.
Not Norm.
We had him booked for 8:30 and didn't get here till about 10 after 9.
Wow.
The late
Here comes Norm now.
Now?
Maybe he was making out with that flat broad over in the green room.
Oh.
Hey, look at Norm. He looks good. Looks like a big Hollywood star.
Happy, doesn't he?
Looks all Hollywood.
You think?
He went Hollywood on us.
Yep.
His sitcom.
Wow. Looks homeless out.
Looks homeless. That's not Hollywood.
He looks the opposite of Hollywood.
It looks Hollywood and Vine.
Hey, man, where's your Bob Dole makeup?
Bob Dole.
See, I'm surprised you didn't do a sitcom where you're just Bob Dole. Hi, this is Bob Dole.
Yeah, now I'm working on Liddy Dole. You know her?
Yeah. Are you going to do Elizabeth Dole?
Liddy?
That's right.
How do you get Liddy from Elizabeth?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? It should be Libby, right?
Right, Libby.
How do you
Elizabethy.
get Libby from Elizabeth?
Or Elizabethy. I don't know.
Lisbeth.
So
Hey,
I'm
man.
working on that.
Good seeing you.
I'm Liddy Dole.
Hey, that's good. Hey, you got that
Close your
down.
eyes, you think she's here.
Wow.
Put a curly wig on.
Man, you're good. You're really talented. I can't believe it.
How's it going, man?
All right.
Hey, your show on Saturday was great.
The new format where we cut
Didn't you
everything
like
up.
the new format?
Yeah, that's the direction we're going in.
Yeah, it was cool.
Then we're going to start shooting some segments with a studio audience and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
And I guess that's when I'm going to come on and do update.
Weekend update. Well, why don't we do that one week?
Yeah, that'd be great.
It'd be funny. Like you can just do like.
We'll see if you're funny.
We'll see if you're any good. Test you out, man. So anyway, before we talk about this new TV show,
Yes.
A lot of pressure. But like, I don't think Norm.
You think it's pressure?
Hey, Norm, are you married or not? Would you clear that up?
What?
Are you married? You're divorced, I heard.
No, no.
I got even in my notes. You've been divorced for 5 years, but you go around saying you're married.
Are you not aware of the divorce?
No, I'm married.
Be honest with me. Are you really married?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you got a kid, right?
I have a little boy, yeah.
Yeah. But
How
you
old's your
don't-
boy?
But you don't like people to know that because it's bad for your image.
No, I don't want,
What
I've
image?
had, like, stalkers and stuff like
Oh, you have had stalkers?
that.
Who
I got
was stalking
stalkers.
him? I would be afraid of somebody who would stalk Norm.
I
Yeah.
had this one guy, right?
That's a scary part.
In New York, he was all stalking me, and it was my own fault because I was like, I met him on the street.
Yeah.
And I
And
was
you
real,
hung out with him?
Yeah, kind of.
What?
I'm an idiot. Huh?
You hung out with the guy?
A little bit.
And then what happened?
Well, he was just this dude. I was walking down, and I was like, I was coughing. I was coughing on the
Right.
street, and I sort of saw him. He looked a little crazy. And then, like 5 blocks later, he's right beside me with a glass of water.
Right.
He goes, "Hey, man, I got you some water."
Was it in a bottle or was it an open like an open
An open thing. I don't
And you
even-
drank it?
I know. I didn't know what it was. And later, I thought,
You drank the water from a stranger out of a cup?
I know. He seemed like. So, anyways, then he would always. I always.
Suppose there was some roofies in it. Like, it takes Norm back to his room and rapes him.
That almost happened later.
Really?
with this guy.
What happened?
Well, he was always phoning me. I gave him my phone number.
Why'd
at
you
work.
give him your phone number?
Just my work phone number.
Oh, dear.
You're not gay, are you?
Not at all. No.
Right. I didn't think so.
I'm the opposite of gay.
You love girls.
I like girls.
Right.
So anyway, this dude.
Is that the opposite of gay?
That would be the opposite.
That would be it. Yeah, so.
So, anyways, he keeps phoning, and because I said I'd get him to the show and everything, and then everybody said, "No, he's crazy," and I said, "Oh yeah, right, that's true." So I didn't.
Right.
So then, like 6 months pass. I'm in Los Angeles, and I'm walking down the street, and that dude is there.
Oh, my God.
So we're standing there, and then in L.A., like, there's no pedestrians, so you're all alone.
Yeah, I mean, there's no protection.
Yeah. So I'm just standing with this guy, and then not only was he crazy,
Did he have water with him?
I thought he was just crazy, but then it turned out like what you're saying. I think he was one of those gay guys.
Oh.
He looks at me, he's all like, and plus he had shaved his head in the meantime.
Oh,
Right,
no.
right.
And then he goes, "Hey, I just want you to know I'd do anything for you."
And he shaved his head.
Yeah. And then we were standing in front. There's this restaurant in L.A. called Norm's restaurant.
Right.
So
But you don't have anything to do with it.
no, it's just a restaurant. It's a
Right.
famous
Do
restaurant.
you eat there because your name is Norm?
No.
All right.
But it's just near where I live. So
Right.
I'm talking to this guy, and he goes, "Look behind you." And I look, and there's this big sign, Norms.
Yeah.
And so I go, "Yeah?" He goes, "Norms." Right? Like he thought, you know how crazy guys
Right, right. Yeah, they think there's a
It's all
message.
connected,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I said, "No, I just live here." I'm trying to tell him it's like a coincidence.
Right.
Oh, my God.
So he was seeing messages and coincidences and all kinds of things. Messages. Ay, vey.
So that's why you don't talk about your family?
I like to try to protect them.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Because it said in my notes you're divorced, but you don't like to talk about
So
it.
that's why he said he was divorced.
Oh, is that why you said you were divorced? Because you don't want
I never
stalkers.
said that. Anyway.
So where do you live now, L.A.?
Los Angeles, yeah.
So that's good, I guess, because you're
You
home
don't
with your
have
family
a place
now.
here
Yeah, I
anymore?
live like 2 blocks from my son, so I get to see him all
Wait
the
a
time.
minute.
Well, wait a second. You live 2 blocks from your son, so you don't live with your
Your
wife?
son has a separate
No.
abode?
Whoa, wait. Wait.
My son lives with my wife.
And where do
where
you
do you
live?
live?
I live like 2 blocks away.
Why don't you live with your family?
What?
Who does that? Are you serious? You really? Oh, is that why people think you're divorced?
Yeah, people always think I'm divorced.
But you really are, because you live your own separate life.
Yeah, I live my own separate life.
What do you mean? Do you date?
No.
He dates.
Oh.
Are you kidding? Of course.
No, I mean I would, but I don't.
You don't want to. You don't want to admit it here.
No, I don't know that.
So you really are married, but you have a separate house because you feel. You said. When did you say to your wife, "I don't want to live with you anymore"?
Have you ever lived together?
Oh yeah. No, we
Oh,
live
okay.
together.
All
yeah.
right.
And what happened when you started doing Saturday Night Live?
I lived
guess.
in New York,
And that was good.
She lived with my son in Los Angeles.
And then when you went back to Los Angeles, you said, "You know what? I liked living apart from you."
What?
I don't think he's together. You know, because nobody says I live 2 blocks from
Oh
my
no,
son.
I'm not together with my wife.
No, you don't.
You're not together
You're
with your
not
wife.
together.
No, I'm not together with my
Nobody says I live 2 blocks from my son if they're married.
Oh, so you're separated.
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
No,
I'm
you're
agreeing
being
with you.
misleading.
No, oh, so you are separated.
Yeah.
Oh, you're separated.
You asked me if I was divorced. I
Oh,
said
you're
no.
separated.
Yeah.
Oh, you little devil.
So you see your kid a lot.
Oh, yeah,
Because you
all
only
the
live
time.
2 blocks away.
Yeah, because I can't drive, so I got a place like 2 blocks away. So.
Now, is your wife mad when you come over to play with the kid? I mean, because
Oh no.
you guys are friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
She dating?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't want to know?
That's personal
You
stuff.
think she's doing some guy? Wouldn't that be weird to know your wife's doing a guy? Oh, so now we're getting the story.
Yeah,
Oh, so you do date.
separated.
Have you dated anybody cool out in
Elle
Hollywood?
McPherson.
No, I don't.
So can you come clean about Elle McPherson now?
What?
What? Did you get her? You
Elle
lucky dog.
McPherson is married, has a young, nice, beautiful young child.
So that didn't stop you.
Yeah, but she was dating Kevin Costner the other week.
Right.
Oh, Lord, really?
Do you ever ask your kid what your wife's up to, like spying her and stuff? What's your mother do?
What's she doing?
Oh, I see. Oh, you got some nice arrangement.
Yeah.
Ah.
Lives 2 blocks away from home.
But what about financially? Do you support them, or do you just split up all your money? Or
yeah.
oh, you did.
Does she have to fight you for child support?
Oh, no. I give her.
How'd you keep it so quiet? That
Who even knew he was married?
I know. That's why I could never get to the bottom of it. Now I get it.
Because nobody cares about me. Who cares?
It says here in my notes, before we get to your new TV show, because I have a lot of notes about you, and you know I'm a huge fan.
I know.
I really am. I love Norm. I told you my favorite bit that you do is about Mr. Fantastic. I think that's the greatest single thought I've ever heard from a comedic mind.
The other thing he did for us is that he told us about the whole album full of retarded kids singing.
Yeah.
Did
we
you
play
get that album?
Oh, yeah.
We play it all the time. We had a whole retarded birthday party here. What are you kidding me? Because of you. So you know how brilliant I think you are. So, okay, here's what I got in my notes. Tell me true or false or whatever, because some of this stuff sounds like maybe you made it up.
Sometimes I'll make something up.
All right, here, let me go. Okay, first of all, it says here that your genitals are 6 inches when you're not aroused, and yet not ironically, but then when you get aroused, it's still the same 6 inches.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So you're very well hung. In other words,
You
if
have
you
a lot to show.
if you were to pull down your pants right now, you would have a lot to show.
Yeah.
But what bothers you is you don't get any bigger when you're aroused.
Right, so the broads will go, holy Lord God, imagine this dude when he gets what it...
And
When he gets aroused.
same.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the same.
He's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Because there's a guy on the phone said he saw your genitals.
What?
I don't know.
What on
This is
earth?
that
David.
guy with the water.
David, did you ever bring Norm water? David. Hello? I guess David, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we're having trouble hearing you. What do you want to say about Norm's genitals?
Norm MacDonald is an effing girl. He's got less genitals than Libby Doll.
Oh, get
I
out.
saw.
How did you see his genitals?
I was taking an NBC tour.
Oh, is that on the
He was
tour?
on
Part of the tour.
display.
Yeah. They show Eddie Murphy Gumby suit.
Yeah, you were taking the tour.
Yeah, and I ducked into the bathroom. I saw his genitals.
How?
At the urinal?
Yeah, he's even got a tattoo. It says Nancy Sirianni sucks.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. No, that's not. You really have that on your genitals?
That's a lot to tell. He must have a big.
Well, Norm is very honest. If it wasn't big, he wouldn't say so. Mike, go ahead.
That's not that big.
6 inches? Are you kidding me? I'm not even a half an
You
inch.
just pretend.
Oh. Mike?
Howard,
Yeah.
you the man.
Thank you.
I don't know why you bother with this guy.
Why?
I got a story once. I was in Jake's in the city,
Yes.
so I go to the bathroom.
Everything's in the bathroom.
back.
Into
what
the
is
bathroom
that?
with Norm.
And you brought Norm some water?
What am I, George Michaels?
I wouldn't bring him nothing. I almost handed him a beating.
A beat?
Why?
I come back and he's making with my girl.
Did we get in a fight?
You
We
like to
almost
fist
did.
fight.
I asked you to step outside, but you did, you fag.
That's unbelievable. I would fight you.
Howard,
Yeah.
I got another problem. I was wondering if you could help.
Who cares? All right.
Well, these people make
So,
it
is that true? Do you ever try to pick up girls in a restaurant and the boyfriend tries
Or
to
in
beat you?
bathrooms.
No, but
You do like to fight.
no, and sometimes in bars in New York, I used to get in fights.
And you're afraid to fight in New York because you're afraid everyone carries a gun.
Yeah, well, when I first came to New York, I get in fights. I don't like to fight, but when I get drunk, I fight, right?
Right. And you get drunk a lot.
No, not very much, but when I go to bars, I get drunk.
Isn't it true that once when you were on Saturday Night Live,
You got into a fight?
you got into a fight with a writer who spilled water on you?
Yeah, this guy, he didn't. I was always smoking, you know. I like.
You like to smoke cigarettes.
I like smoking cigarettes.
Right.
Only cigarettes. I
Not
don't-
pot.
No.
Right.
So I like smoking cigarettes, and then this one dude, he hated smoking cigarette smokers.
Right.
So he's always like, "Hey man, don't smoke, 'cause secondhand smoke." And I wasn't getting any secondhand smoke, right?
You're getting first
So what are
hand
you
up.
worried about?
So I was
So you
like,
said, I'm not going to put it out.
yeah, I would just hide and stuff, and I tell him it was my fault because I kept going, "Yeah, man, I'll quit." You know, and then he got all mad, and he had this big spray bottle. One time he got all mad, so he sprayed water on me to try to extinguish the cigarette.
Oh, man. Did you beat him up?
No, I just punched him, but then he fell down like in a movie.
Yeah.
like you know when you.
Where'd you punch him in the face?
Yeah.
You don't seem like the kind of guy who'll get in a fight.
Yeah, doesn't that hurt?
He's so low key.
Yeah.
And so then he fell down, and then afterwards he goes, he wanted to sue me and stuff, and then he goes, I never got in a fight before. I've never been hit in my life because he went to university and stuff.
Right. Did you punch him in the nose?
I don't know, just in the face. It was like in a movie where you hit and the guy.
See, that's the way real fights go. When a guy hits another guy, the other guy usually goes down.
Right, but usually it's just like that. A guy doesn't say, "Come on, I'm going to hit you. Let's
Right.
go outside and square off." They just hit you.
They just hit
That's right. All right, here's what else I know about you, okay?
Hey, why do you, I never say I have notes. You're like Johnny Carson.
Yeah, no, I got notes, all right? All right, let's see. Okay, here's your divorce.
Are you getting a divorce?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
no.
he's going to.
Why are you not getting a divorce?
Yeah, I don't understand. If you're separated, how long now? 5 years?
I don't know. I never got around to it.
Really?
And she doesn't want a divorce?
I'm not.
Why? She's Mrs. Norm MacDonald. This woman doesn't want that. Nobody would want a divorce from Norm. Was it a hard divorce? I mean, was your wife mad at you?
I didn't get divorced.
What, was it a hard separation? Was your wife mad when you separated?
No, we get along. She's a
Really?
great lady. Yeah.
I don't buy any of this.
So who are you with?
I'm not with anybody. I just, I go. As
You
would
date?
say. No, I. What?
You take care of your own problems.
Exactly.
Wow, I can't believe that.
Since you left your wife, you haven't been with a woman.
Come on.
I don't believe that.
I don't know.
Your brother is a TV news anchorman?
Yeah.
Did I know that?
It's not that.
Where is he an
Where?
anchorman? That is kind of interesting.
Yeah, no, he's in Jerusalem. He's one of them guys that likes to.
In Israel?
Yeah.
He's a Jewish anchorman?
No.
Isn't he a McDonald's?
He's not Jewish.
Oh, okay.
So what's he doing? in
You're
Jerusalem?
Jewish.
Half Jewish.
Yeah.
Shh, a lot of anti-Semitism.
Why is he in Jerusalem?
He goes there to cover the news,
Is he
Oh.
like a network guy?
Only in Canada on the CBC.
Oh, that
Here in
doesn't count.
America.
All right, that's nothing. Now, you had an incident on the David Letterman show.
What?
This is what I heard. You jumped. You stage dove into the audience.
No. I
Or
was. They had it was a stupid thing where I was supposed to run. They wanted me to run through this orchestra. They had an orchestra because they had this young 8-year-old Chinese guy that could sing or
Right.
something. I don't
Right.
know.
Something was going on.
Yeah, there's a big orchestra, And then they said, hey, just run through there. It'll be funny to get to Dave. So I ran through, and then I fell on this lady that was a flutist. She played the flute.
But it was an accident.
It was an accident.
Right.
I broke her finger and her flute. And then it turned out the flute was real expensive.
How much?
They said it was like a Stradivarius of flutes.
Right.
And then I didn't even know what Stradivarius meant.
Right.
And then it turned out that's an expensive violin.
Right.
So
Right.
the point was it was a very expensive flute. And then they sued Letterman for all this money and tried to sue me. And
Right. But it's over now.
yeah, that's all been settled.
Oh, it's been settled. So you didn't have to pay anything.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now I understand. All right. That's not too weird. All right. Now you've got a new. You had the movie.
I never said I go off notes. Yeah, the movie was great.
I don't
didn't
usually
see
go
it.
off notes, but there were some interesting things on there.
You didn't see the movie?
No, I never saw the movie.
Why not?
Because it was in and out of the theater in a week.
Well, yeah, okay.
It's
How am I
on
gonna-
video now.
Oh, is it? I'm going to see it then.
Yeah.
All right. Don't get all insulted.
No,
Was the
it's-
movie any good, or what
Great
happened?
movie. I
It is
wanted
a great
to see
movie?
it. Yeah, it's great.
All right.
You like the movie?
Why wouldn't I like a great movie?
Oh.
Pete, you're on the air.
Hey, Norm, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Are you? Have you been drinking?
Drinking booze?
Yeah, that voice sounds like you're drunk or whatever. But
yeah.
if not, have you?
No, that's Norm's delivery.
Yeah, I always. My
Oh,
voice
okay.
always
This is the way he
drunk.
sounds. That's why I think this woman, Michelle Greppy, reviewed your TV show on the Post today. Did you see it?
Yeah, she hated it.
She hated it. But I think that she's complaining a lot about your delivery, that you're a droll kind of guy, but that's you.
Yeah, what's wrong with her?
So if you start to drink, will you start to sound like crackhead Bob?
Oh, please. What is this?
The New York Times liked me.
They did.
They got me a good review.
So you, but we only read the bad one. We
That's
don't read
a
the
big
Times.
newspaper.
That's a big deal.
I know. I never read the Times either.
I know.
Got no
Somebody had to
sports.
tell him about that.
So the guy in the New York Times thinks the show's funny.
Yeah, he thinks it's fun.
All right. Is there pressure on you because the movie didn't do well, right?
The movie did. It made like $1 million.
It made $1 million. That's a lot of
How much
money.
did it cost?
Wow. Oh, who cares what it costs? Everybody's always into what it costs.
Right.
How about what it made? How many people you know generate $1 million in anything?
Buy a lot of flutes.
It's amazing. Why does Adam Sandler's movies do so well, and your movie only made $1 million? I don't
Well,
understand.
Adam Sandler is like the funniest guy in movies.
He is?
Is
Yeah.
he?
Oh yeah.
Do you really think that deep down inside?
Oh, absolutely. I thought Waterboy was the funniest movie. One of the funniest movies I ever seen.
Really? What's the other one?
I don't know if
What
he's for
else
real.
do you like?
Billy Madison.
You were in that, weren't you?
Sandler?
Yeah. No, I meant other other funny movies? What's another funny movie?
What's the funniest movie of all time? Waterboy?
Well, it's right up there. I think like Caddyshack, Animal.
You know, I watched Caddyshack the other night. I went back with my kids to watch it.
Yeah.
It was horrible. And that's one of my favorite movies of all time. Watch it again. When's the last time you seen Caddyshack?
I like a year ago.
Oh, really? Oh, man, I couldn't believe it.
Really?
Yeah, it just didn't play well. And Rodney's hardly in it. I thought, you know, in my memory, Rodney was the whole picture.
Yeah.
And all those scenes with Bill Murray as the guy chasing the groundhog forever and ever. Oh, yeah. It just wasn't funny anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
So Caddyshack, Animal House, and Waterboy.
Animal House is funny.
Movies.
Yeah, you got to go see Waterboy. You'll love it. It's great. Sandler's so
Never
funny.
tell when he's straight.
Sandler, so you don't like Sandler?
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Who do you like?
I like Jim Carrey.
Janine Garofalo? Or something?
I like Janine Garofalo. I don't like her movie. I like her when she does the stand-up. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
But I also, you don't like her, huh?
No.
I like Jim Carrey. I think he's funny.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's a funny guy.
Yeah.
What about Schindler's List? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a riot.
So you had this Jew, and you got in trouble.
What about Roberto Benigni? You like him, right?
No.
Oh, you don't like him?
No.
Is he funny?
He's not funny at all.
Well, I've never seen him. I never seen
I saw the movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know that they were now they're going to pull out all his movies.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching
all his
Bravo
unfunny movies
last night, and that Johnny Stachino or whatever.
Oh,
it is
please.
was on. I'm like, oh my god.
I
now
saw
we're gonna
part
be
of Life is Beautiful. I got
inundated.
tricked because I thought I didn't know it was Italian.
Right.
And I've never seen a foreign movie.
Yeah.
And but I like him when I see him on shows because you can't not like him. He's so retarded. You know?
Yeah, right. I like when he climbed on the chairs at the Academy Awards. That was funny.
That was funny.
Sophia Loren's funny. Those giant glasses she wears are funny. I think she's funny.
What do you think of Whoopi on the Oscar?
I don't think she's funny.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think Whoopi's a good actress. I don't think she's particularly funny.
I don't think so either.
Right? She don't make me laugh. Like she came out in that big costume and then didn't do anything. And then she came out and did a long monologue and I didn't understand any of the jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She should have borrowed your Mr. Fantastic routine. I would have laughed at that.
You should have written for her.
Yeah, you should write for her.
Are you doing Hollywood Squares? Have you done that?
You ain't gonna do that. You wouldn't do that, would you?
I like the old Hollywood Squares, but this one.
I did the old Hollywood
You
Square.
did?
Yeah.
No, not the original.
Well, I did the
with John
second one.
Davidson.
Yeah, I did that one. Yeah. And nobody knew who I was. And they were booing me.
But on this new one,
Yeah.
sometimes they don't even do jokes. They just answer the question.
I know. You know, like I saw.
They don't bluff.
No.
Yeah, I know. I saw. Who the hell was the guy yesterday? And you were waiting for him to say something fun. Oh, Bill Maher. He's got such a nasty attitude. He's on the Hollywood Squares, and they ask him a question, and he's like, the answer is blah, blah, blah. Like, he won't make a joke.
Like,
yeah, I mean, isn't he supposed to be some kind of comedian? What I like is the contestant called him Bill Maher. Didn't know he was. That was really good.
Now that's funny.
And then he looked all pissed off. You know what I mean? He thinks he's above the moon.
One time I went on that show. He has a show there, Politically Incorrect.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I go on the show, and the guy goes, he goes, like, you know, you have to have these arguments. Every time I did a joke, like the producer would come out in the thing and go, hey, you don't have to do jokes.
Right. Great. Yeah, we don't like those jokes.
yeah, you're slowing us
So
down.
then
with
it's
that
like
funny
we're
stuff.
having this argument, right? And it's about China, right? I don't know anything about China, right?
Yeah, right.
So the dude, there's a
what
dude-
they got you on there for China?
There's a dude sitting beside me, right?
Who knows everything?
Yeah, he wrote a book on China.
Yeah.
So we're supposed
That's
to
not
discuss
fair.
it. Yeah, so
You're
I
supposed
said-
to argue with him?
Yes, I'm like, well, let this guy talk. So then all of a sudden, the dude that wrote the book on China is having an argument with this broad from the show Sister Sister, right, an actress, about China,
Right.
which she knows nothing about. Right. And then she goes, well, that's your opinion, to the guy
Right.
who wrote a book.
Yeah, that's right. It is.
Everybody's opinion.
Everyone's
is
opinion.
equal.
So you were probably completely floored by this program that Bill Maher has you on to talk about China.
Yeah.
You're a comedian.
I was just trying to do jokes.
Is it true you watch football every Sunday with the head of CBS, Les Moonves? Is that true?
Is it true?
I have to, yeah, I go a few times, yeah.
Do you really? You go to his house?
He's a good guy. No, we go to this guy, Sam Simon's house.
I know Sam, yeah.
He's a good man.
Oh, you guys, that's what you guys do. I got to move out to L.A.
Yeah, and be with Sam Simon.
Yeah. Sam Simon's the key to everything.
He knows everybody.
He's the guy who developed The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And this guy's like retired, and all he does is think of ways to make himself busy.
He likes he hangs out.
And he networks.
Yeah, he travels with people.
He bangs chicks. He networks.
Yeah.
So who is it? You, Sam Simon, and Les Moonves?
Drew
Yeah,
Carey.
Drew Carey. How do you guys know
Drew
everything?
hangs out with him.
Drew's there too?
Well, Drew's Sam Simon's friend, right?
Right.
But Drew and Sam, they go off and do, like, they're into, like, they go to the Playboy Mansion and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
But on Sunday, I watch football, and Les Moonves comes over, and we play a little cards. And,
Oh, do you play cards?
Yeah, we play a little low-stake poker. You know.
Oh, I'd like that.
You like to play cards?
No, I like to meet Hollywood people.
You do?
Yeah, I want to meet some. I want to have some friends. Oh, man. Sam Simon's the center of Hollywood.
There you go. Got to know Sam.
Hey, who's here with you, Artie?
Yeah, well,
Why don't you bring him in?
I wanted to bring him in.
He could have come in.
Artie, we love.
Hey, and also bring in Artie and bring in those 2 chicks. These girls have been waiting outside. They're huge fans of yours.
The girls, the queen for the day?
No. Some fat chicks.
Oh.
They're like huge.
There's Artie.
Hey, Artie.
Is this the fat chick or Artie?
Oh, that's Artie. I thought it was the fat chick. I'm sorry. It's Artie who's a huge fan.
Great, actually.
Artie, don't you have some water for Norm? What are you working on the new TV show?
Norm show?
Yeah.
He wouldn't do it. He screwed me.
What do you mean?
No, I would certainly do Norm show if he asked me. He never asked me to do it.
Oh, man.
All right, here's 2 chicks who are big Norm Macdonald fans.
Oh, they sure are.
Oh, they've been calling all week. Oh, look what you drag out.
No wonder he got separated, huh?
They're not fat girls.
Well, they're not fat, man. I thought they'd get some. You girls look like housewives, are you?
No, they're way too young.
Girls, talk to me. Tell me about yourselves. What's your names?
I'm Laura.
And what is your name, honey?
I'm Lou.
And how old are you girls?
26.
And how old are you, Lou?
25.
25 years old, huh? Oh, young chicks.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So, one for each of you.
Yeah.
Well, I just found out that Norm is separated.
Single.
I heard that.
Right. When you say you're huge fans, I mean, you called as early as 6 o'clock this morning trying to get down
We
here.
came into the city
really?
at 6 o'clock this morning.
Where are you from?
That's sweet.
From Jersey.
From Jersey. And why are you such Norm Macdonald fans? What makes him so great?
Look at him.
Look at him? You mean you're sexually attracted? You mean physically he's good?
Well, he's funny.
What are you, Jewish girls?
I'm not. I am.
You are a Jewish girl?
Yeah.
You look like you're a rabbi's daughter. Are you a rabbi's daughter? You look like you're one of the top Jews. No, are you a rabbi's daughter?
No, I'm
You
not.
are not. Okay.
Reformed.
I see. And girls, who is the biggest Norm fan here?
Laura is.
Laura.
yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's
Would you have sex with Norm if he asked you to?
She would.
She would.
She totally would.
Would you, Laura?
I don't know.
Would you have sex with me to get to Norm?
That's a more important question.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Because that means you'd be the biggest fan ever.
See, Norm's smart. He travels around with Art. Norm looks good sitting next to Artie. So that's my theory on that. Yeah, come on, I'm just kidding with you.
I'm on a diet.
You put on a few pounds, bro.
He's on a diet.
I stopped doing the blazine.
I know. Are you off drugs completely?
Oh, yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, so I see.
Do antidepressants count as drugs?
You're on something,
What do
though,
you
right?
take?
Lithium.
Are you really on lithium?
I was on lithium.
Who put you on that? Who put you on
a
that?
doctor put me on lithium once.
Yeah.
And it was bad because I was doing this show, Mad TV, and I was taking lithium.
Right.
I had to remember all these lines. And I felt crazy on lithium.
Yes.
But I knew I was crazy.
Right.
Like, I felt like
You
I was
felt
gonna-
crazy, and you knew
could
you were
tell,
crazy.
Right, like I went to the doctor and I said,
Yeah.
you know, I'm feeling like kind of like Dennis Hopper-ish, you know, like I might want to blow myself up. And I said, why don't I just do coke? Because I felt better on coke.
Right. At least you weren't so crazy.
But lithium's legal,
Right.
so I had to stop doing that.
So you're off lithium now, and you're off
You're
everything.
drug free.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Wow.
I'm like America, drug free.
Well, what are you doing now to make some money? How come you don't do Norm Show? Why don't you write for that?
What are you
No,
working
listen.
in the
Let me
movies?
tell you something.
Right.
I wanted him to do the show from the from the outset.
To be one of the goofy neighbors or
Yeah,
something?
exactly.
Right, right.
The guy who talks through a fence.
There's a lot of money in that.
Yeah, you're damn right. Why wouldn't you do it?
Like 30 grand a week.
Any of you girls want to sit on Norm's lap?
He said,
Are she gonna make a bad joke if I say yes?
No, don't say anything.
He
Go ahead.
said he would do the show.
Yeah.
And then he at the last second said, "Oh, I want to do this movie with Chris O'Donnell instead."
What movie is that?
No,
Chris O'Donnell.
It's
What
going to be
movie?
a big movie.
What is it?
It's called The Bachelor, and it's
ain't
coming
gonna
out
be
in
big.
September.
It's going to be in and out of the theater in a week.
Oh, you should have called my agents.
Oh, come
The
on.
last movie you said that about was Dirty Work.
Exactly. What happened with Dirty Work? So it made $1 million.
They made $10 million.
Did it really?
$10 million.
And
what
a
did it-
lot of money.
That is a lot of money. But you don't talk about how much it costs to make.
I don't know.
20
You know what's amazing? Every time they make one of them movies, like for like $50 million, I always wonder, like, why don't they just keep the $50 million?
Yeah, why would you bother?
Why bother to make a movie?
You have $50 million. Just hold on to it. Yeah, why would you risk all that? You know, you're right.
Well,
Hey,
that,
you guys ever
miracle.
see Dirty Work?
Did you go see the Norm Macdonald movie? You didn't see it? How
you're
could
the
you be?
biggest Norm Macdonald fan.
Even your fans didn't go see
Yeah,
it.
isn't that amazing?
These are the two biggest fans. How do you explain that?
They didn't.
Girls, how do you explain not going to see Norm's movie?
I bet they didn't even know it was in the
I
theater.
did know about it.
What?
You had no interest in
But you love him. him.
What happened? What was the thought process? Bring us into that, because Norm can learn from that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never. And I don't go to.
You heard it sucked, right?
No.
No.
Who could have possibly told you it sucked? Where could you have read that it sucked?
I think we might have been afraid that it was going to suck.
Everybody gave it a great review.
That's the most astonishing
I heard
thing
you got
I've heard of my
I heard you got something like an incredible, like a D+ in Entertainment Weekly.
Oh, they gave us like a C-.
Oh, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
You know, Godfather got a C.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. No, really, what happened that you Norm Macdonald fans wouldn't go see his movie?
Well, I think it was that we heard it sucked, and we didn't want to be disappointed in him sucking.
Well, that's smart.
So much.
So you just are you excited about the TV show?
Oh yeah, we have the VCR set up for tonight. We're gonna tape. Well, should I say why we're gonna tape?
When is the show tonight?
We're worried that they won't be on very long, so we're gonna save it for show.
So that's good.
Oh my God, these guys work here. They're not fans.
No, but we love Norm. I mean, but that's the thing is people don't appreciate him. So
you're going to tape it in case it's only on for like a week.
Right.
And you can watch that tape.
You're not afraid they're going to cancel in the middle of the show. They're afraid it's only going to be on for 15 minutes.
Artie, is that possible that you can cancel a show in the middle of
Goes
the
to
show?
a test pattern.
At 15 minutes into it, they're going to put the Drew Carey dance party on.
Right. Wow, would you imagine that? Imagine they cancel your show in the middle of the show. They determine that nobody's watching.
Jamie Tarsis comes on and goes, "This isn't going well."
Did you meet Jamie Tarsis?
I met her, yeah.
She's pretty, right?
Very attractive.
Did you hit on her?
Girl. Oh, no.
She goes out with Morty, doesn't she?
No, that's over.
Nah, that's over. She goes out with that young
guy?
kid from 2 pizza places.
Yeah.
Two guys in a pizza.
Pizza parlor.
Right. Girls, how did you protest Saturday Night Live when they dropped Norm? Did you do anything? Did you write letters or?
No.
They just kept watching.
They kept taping it.
they don't watch it at all.
Ah, that's great.
You never watched Saturday Night Live? You didn't see the movie?
No, we saw what's his name that took over, and we spit at the TV yesterday on the
Colin Quinn.
Colin Quinn.
Yeah. So you didn't watch Norm when he was on Saturday Night Live, or you did?
Spit it?
You did.
Absolutely.
Because he was brilliant on that.
Yeah, always watched it when you were on.
He was sweet.
And they spit at the
You
TV.
spit
Right.
at the TV?
At Glenn.
Right. So
But
do you
that's
want to?
like a sexual thing, isn't it?
Do you want to say
Like
something?
someone.
Do you want to say something to Norm now that you're in front of him? I mean, why don't you get out your whatever it is because you're his biggest fans?
Yeah. Got any water?
Do you want to say anything? I mean, seriously. I mean, I can't keep you in here all day, and you're here now. Go ahead, say what you want to say.
I just think you're great.
Oh, well, that's sweet. That was sweet of you to
Is Norm the only one you're into, or you have other celebrities you like?
Well, I guess everybody has.
Everybody.
You like everybody.
Any celebrity.
And if Norm's not available, you take Artie. That's all.
No, I think you're more in my league.
Yeah. Yeah. Norm went with Elle McPherson.
Oh, no, I didn't.
No. All right. So anyway, no, seriously, girls. Is anything else that you want to say to Norm?
I just want to tell Norm that I think he's really talented.
Give him
That's
a kiss. Give him a kiss.
Can we?
Yeah.
Yes, give him a kiss. You can feel free. Norm, is that all right if the girls kiss you?
Yeah, they're very sweet girls.
Great. Watch your step on the thing. Normal. You have to sue Norm. Oh, on the cheek. What about a little tongue, Norm? You're single.
Come on, Norm.
You're separated.
Tongue someone's cheek?
Yeah, come on. There you go. Oh, yeah.
That's sweet. That
Girls, you want to show them your breasts or anything? No?
Now that we got in here,
All right. Thank you, girls.
thank you very
you're
much.
sweet, girls.
Sweet
Thanks
girls.
a lot.
Big Norm Macdonald fans.
They're
There
your
they
fans, Norm.
go. All dressed up for you, too.
They don't go to see your movies, but
I like that. I like that they're big fans and they won't even go see your movie.
They didn't want to be just.
Did you just slip them your room key? Wow. Oh, I thought something was on Norm's lip, but it's lipstick. Oh, okay, good. All right.
Lipstick from the ladies.
Yeah, right.
Sword.
It did. I said, uh-oh, something's wrong with Norm. Norm's sick.
So you guys got to meet him.
That was so cool.
What was the kiss like?
I got a kiss like I did the half kiss. I did.
What do you mean the half kiss?
Like I got the lips. Like right here.
But you didn't aim for the lip.
I didn't. I was a little more modest.
So was he everything that you expected?
Yeah, and more. He was gracious. He was wonderful. Really great. Yeah, it was great. We had a really good time. Wonderful.
Glad you got to meet him?
Thanks you guys so much. Yeah, you guys are great. Thanks. It's totally worth it. Yes.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, thank you. Thanks.
This is a big night for you. This is your coming out party. In a sense.
do you want this to be a big hit? Would you like a series that lasted 5 years?
Do you want to be like Seinfeld or something?
Yeah, I'd like to if it went on long enough to get into syndication, then I make a huge amount of money.
Are you a wealthy man?
And then I could quit show business.
You're not wealthy from Saturday Night Live, are you?
No, I'm not wealthy.
So a lot of people probably think you're wealthy, and you're not.
No.
Although you have 2 houses.
You have. That's right. He's got to have to.
You got your wife's house and you got your house.
I live in an apartment.
Oh, you do? Is it very tiny?
I'm pretty small.
But you got the bachelor pad, huh?
So girls, when you meet celebrities and stuff and these chicks, and they go over to your apartment, they must be pretty disappointed. They think you're going home with a big star.
It's a nice apartment.
What do you think?
Is it?
It's like in Beverly Hills.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's that well off?
No.
Oh, no. I didn't realize that.
It's a
It's when they're
regular.
walking
Is it decorated?
Yeah, I'm Joe Namath. It's a regular apartment.
Is it, Artie, is it decorated?
Yeah, it's got a TV and everything.
Got the blackout shades and all that.
Does it have blackout shades?
Yeah, he doesn't like the light. No.
And he makes it seem like he's there alone. He gets girls, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me with a girl?
Well, Norm, what are you saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, like kissing a girl, you mean?
Yeah.
No.
But what about on a date?
Have you ever heard of me going on a date with a girl?
No, Norm.
Why, Norm, you say this like you're proud.
But
Norm doesn't date. It's like a real cool thing. He says he never dates.
I don't go out with girls.
You're like asexual.
I'm not asexual. I'm just. I want
You're not going to smoke, are you?
Homosexual is the word
good,
you're
all right.
looking for.
Why would you say that?
No, I'm
Are you homosexual?
Of course I'm not. But now that my friend said it,
Hey.
Can't believe
that's
it.
his joke on national radio. He calls me homosexual.
It's a funny joke.
Well, you call me fat.
You're a fat fag. Is what
Are you excited about tonight? Are you going to watch your
I
TV
don't
show
call
tonight?
Fat. What?
Are you going to watch your TV show
No, I
tonight?
already saw it.
You saw it. So you're not even going to watch it.
Matter of fact,
No, isn't it
I don't
something
have a
exciting
I don't have a
about?
Nielsen
See it
box.
on TV?
Isn't it exciting to see it in the context of television, of sharing the experience with the global village?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not to me. Because
Will your wife spit at the screen? Artie, will you watch it?
No, I have a meeting tonight. I can't watch.
And you have a great time slot.
We're having a big premiere party if you want to come.
You're after Drew Carey show. Now that's
Yeah,
that's a great
good-
lead-in. You can't ask for a better placement.
That's
You're
a
not
big
going to
hit
be like
show.
Ellen and say that wasn't good for you.
Yeah, Ellen says ABC didn't put my show in the right environment. The only environment that show would have been right in was Moon if they had television. I mean, there's no right environment
Hey,
for.
You know what I find interesting? Do you remember like a few months ago when Ellen and Anne Heche retired from
Yes.
showbiz?
Yeah, why are they
were
back?
At the Oscar.
At the Oscars, she was just in Ed TV.
Yeah. Ellen, well, you go to the movies, she's in every trailer, too.
Right,
she's like in
that's
8
right.
movies.
Yeah, and Anne Heche was just in Psycho, and she just was. So what
This is
happened?
some retirement.
This is a great
They're working
retirement.
more now.
Ridiculous.
Artie's in retirement compared to them. I don't get it.
I'm considering retiring.
All right, so what happened? You asked Artie to be on your TV show, and he refused.
He said
I didn't
no.
refuse. I couldn't do it because of another commitment. That's what happened.
Okay. Well, that sounds weird to me.
I know it sounded weird to me too. But
Are you trying to have a film career? Is that it? And you don't want to be on TV?
Well, no, I want to be on TV. I want to make money.
What is it, Baba Booey?
I thought I'd throw Norm some good news because he's a good guy. In
Yeah.
USA Today, he gets 3 stars.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, good, because
Is that
Michelle
for
Greco-
dirty
It
work?
says Norm, a comic public service. Good.
Now, is that 3 stars combined with all the newspapers? Or is that the actual 3 stars? I just want to know.
That's for that one
Monkey boy, horse-toothed creature from the jungle, monkey boy.
So, yeah, Michelle Greppy gave it 1 star. But so what does she know? I mean, she's just one person, right, Norm?
She's an idiot. She was
What?
she's
Why?
the broad that didn't like me at the ESPYs, where I was great.
You were brilliant there. Yeah.
But let me tell you something, man. I actually, one time I went on Star Search. They gave me 3/4 of a star.
Is that right? What did you do on Star Search? Do you remember?
I went on, it was international Star Search. It was like a special
Wow.
one. It was just a one
I didn't
show.
realize you were on international.
Oh,
You got
maybe
3/4. That means somebody gave you a 0.
What?
Yeah, that means you got 0 stars from somebody.
Yeah, no,
Right.
no.
3 ones and a 0.
and a 0.
I've never heard of somebody scoring that
And
low.
I think it was Robin
Jackie
Leach.
scored higher.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was Robin Leach gave me the 0.
What happened? What did you do? You must have done something quirky.
No, I suck. You have 2 minutes. You know?
Right. That's hard for you. You like to do a whole thing.
Yeah. So I figured out this 2-minute thing to do, and then
What did you do? Do you remember?
I hardly remember. It was for the audience was all it was all international people.
Maybe they didn't understand what you were saying.
Yeah, there was all. And then after, it's horrible. Like you go upstairs, and all the winners are at one side, and then all the losers. So you're there with like the losing Nicaraguan junior dancers.
Right.
What comedian won?
Yeah, who was the comedian?
Oh, this dude from. This was the problem. It's supposed to be international, so
Right.
I was representing Canada.
Yes.
And the other guy was from Africa. So he had like a tribal, like a hat.
Did he have plates in his lips and everything? Was he
Well,
real?
he had robes, and then he goes. His jokes were like, "In my country, I'd have to get my dinner with a spear." Like, and then later,
I like to eat zebra.
It was from Seattle.
Ah, see, that's not right.
Oh,
No wonder you lost.
He was disqualified then.
So you won. Yeah. So, and then didn't he do a ventriloquist act, and his dummy was a crocodile? All right, listen. The big news today is that we're all happy because Norm Macdonald has a TV show.
That's right.
A lot of people thought he couldn't get one. Norm Macdonald.
Everybody thought
That's big news.
he'd be lost after Saturday Night Live.
Right.
But here he is.
The Norm Show. And is your character named Norm on the show?
Yeah.
Right.
I always liked the Dick Van Dyke Show where his name was Rob.
Rob Petrie.
Right. Why did you not take a different name on the Norm Show? Really?
I always have problems with when I'm a different name. I have it's hard for me to answer to another name.
So you have to be Norm everywhere.
Yeah.
Is it because if they give you... What about in your movie?
When I did the movie with him, my name was Mitch.
Right.
And many times, I mean, I sound retarded.
Right.
He would say, "What's going on, Mitch?" And I just...
I'm not Mitch.
Right, they'd waste film because I'd say Mitch and Norm wouldn't do anything.
It was constantly that. They'd waste film. Bob Saget would get angry, the great director.
You're angry with Bob Saget.
I love Bob
No,
Saget.
you're mad at the way he directed the movie.
Not at all.
No, come on. You said the great director sarcastically.
No, he's not. He wasn't a great director.
He's not a great director.
But he was so much fun.
Why are you mad at Bob Saget? Let us in on that controversy. He directed.
Am I mad at Bob Saget?
He directed.
No, we
I
like
love Bob
Saget.
Saget because we just abuse him constantly.
He's the best director because you don't have to listen to him.
Right.
Like, you know, in a film they say check the gate. Like the director will say check.
Yeah, at the end of every scene, they say check the
So
gate.
what would happen during the movie, right?
Right.
After a take, me or Artie would go, check the gate. Right?
I got to
and then people would start like moving everything around, and then Bob Saget would
get on. I got to confess, during my movie, I used to scream out check the gate because you just want to get done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but you had more power than we had on the movie set. Saget wanted to, you know.
Remember when Saget would whisper in our ear right before the scene?
What would he whisper?
He'd like come up like right before your scene, and all you're trying to do is memorize these lines, try to remember them. And he'd come up right before, and he'd whisper in my ear, and he'd go, "You're no good. You suck. I hate you." And I go, "What? What are you talking about?" And he'd go, "Oh, nothing." And then later he told me like that's a stupid like something he read in a book, like he was supposed to make me angry.
Oh, right, because it was an angry scene. Saget.
He would whisper like, "You have a nice ass."
And what would that do?
I like your tits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was always saying that to him.
So his way of
Kept
directing.
saying he liked my tits.
Well, I don't think you can say that here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like your breasts.
Saget can say
Like
that.
my breasts.
Breasts.
You bring the guy on national radio.
He's an embarrassment.
Thinks he's at a sports bar in Jersey.
Right.
Quite frankly, he's becoming embarrassed.
That's it. So this is exciting now because your new director on your TV show doesn't whisper things to you.
Right.
Who's your director?
Sam Simons directs a lot of them.
Oh, Sam Simon.
Yeah,
Your card
that's
buddy.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So he's a good man.
He came out of retirement for you.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. No, that's good. What is it, Paul? You're on with Norm Macdonald. Oh. All right. Stephen, you're on with Norm Macdonald.
Howard,
Yeah.
what did Nancy Sirianni put in that turkey sandwich that caused you to put her on your show?
Okay.
Howard.
Oh, please. This is ridiculous.
What was that? I was a big Norm fan.
Well, I'm looking forward to the Norm show. I'm gonna watch it.
You know who's great on the show is Laurie Metcalf. You know her?
Laurie.
Oh, and what show is she on?
Roseanne.
She used to be on Roseanne.
Now, didn't you write for the Roseanne show?
Yeah.
And weren't you the favorite writer? That other writers had to submit things to you?
No. But, it was sort of... What happened was...
Everything you wrote, Roseanne loved.
Yeah, Roseanne doesn't like Hollywood writers. She hates their guts.
Right.
And she just likes stand-ups.
Right.
That she likes. So
Right.
she hired me on, and then she would always... often go, why don't you just let Norm write? I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I have no idea,
Yeah.
no idea how to write a sitcom.
Right.
But she was just, she thought I was real funny.
So is that where you met Laurie Metcalf? Is that why you recommended her for the Norm show?
Yeah, because I think she's the funniest girl on TV.
Right.
You ever see her?
Yeah.
You like her?
Yeah, she's funny.
Ah, she's hysterical.
Ever bang Roseanne? Did you?
Not answering.
You didn't. You did, didn't you? Oh, that's sick. Artie, would you bang Roseanne? What are you doing for girls? You getting a girlfriend?
Well, it used to be coke.
Already
now it's lithium.
You don't even have a girlfriend?
I already got one of the girls in The Bachelor that's standing, remember?
We should move on.
The extra?
An extra?
There's an extra.
Did you meet someone on the set of The
He
Bachelor?
phoned me every day from The Bachelor, and he goes, I'm getting me some, he's kind of crude, he goes, I'm getting me some extra ass.
Oh, man.
Never in my life did I ever say that.
Oh, sure.
White girl?
Well, this movie has 1,000 brides in the scene.
Was it a white girl?
So it's all oh, no, yeah, they're all white chicks.
Right.
So there's 1,000 brides, there's 1,000 extras who are all chicks who all need, like, SAG cards.
And meanwhile, you're in the movie, so that's a big deal.
I mean, if you can't get laid there, what are you doing?
Yeah. So you got some extra ass?
I got some extra ass.
Right. Artie has extra ass to go around for everyone.
Artie told me he doesn't get a lot of repeat business.
I'm good at getting women, but...
getting them to come back is tough, huh?
Right, but I don't care about that.
All right, here's Dave. Dave, go ahead. What's up?
Hello, Howard.
Yes, please.
I want to tell you, Norm is the most sweetest, gentlest man on the face of the earth.
Is that right?
What do you know about it?
I had a 2-year torrid affair with him.
Is that right?
He likes, we called him the Jello Kid. You asked him about it.
Oh, is this Phil?
No, it's Davey. You were Phil, if you know what I mean.
Oh, this is crazy. Did you have some sort of experience with this guy, or is this a...
The only thing that ever happened to me with a gay dude was...
All right, let's hear it.
One time I got on an airplane, you know, when I first started Saturday Night Live, and
you were real horny.
The gay dude did what?
So it was a gay guy, a real nice gay guy.
Sitting next to you on the plane.
No, he was a
flight attendant.
Flight attendant.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I've never seen that before.
He bumped. You know, sometimes they'll bump you up.
Yes.
So he put me in first class, which is nice.
Oh.
There's a red eye, you know, at night.
Okay.
So
lights are out.
Exactly. So he
bumps you up.
He bumps me up.
All right.
So I'm in the seat, and everybody goes to sleep. I can't sleep on planes,
Cool.
right? So he starts talking to me, but he's real close to me because they're trying to be quiet.
Right.
So I'm real close to this gay guy talking, you know, and and I didn't
And he
want to
reaches
say
under
to
the
the
blanket,
guy,
yeah.
I didn't want to say to the guy I'm not gay,
Right.
because you know you're with a girl sometimes, and she's, oh, by the way, I have a boyfriend, that she slips it in,
Right.
and it's like awkward.
And this you don't know the rules to this.
Yeah.
This is
Tell him
unusual.
you have a wife.
This is
You
one
don't live
But
with.
you know how it looks,
I'm a wife you
maybe-
don't live with.
It's just that weird thing. You don't know if the guy's hitting on you, so you don't want to be presumptuous. You know?
Yes.
And I always tend to go the other way. You know what I mean? Like I feel so bad about how how you know.
What?
Well, you don't want to be mean.
I don't want to be mean. So I
Right.
go the other way. I pretend like I'm super accepting of.
Right, and you pretend like you're gay in a sense.
Yeah,
like you want to seem liberal and like,
Right.
hey, you know what? I have no problem with your sexuality. I have no problem with mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead. So what happened?
How far are you going to take
I got AIDS. Is what happened.
Did you kiss the guy when he leaned in?
No. But I gave him the thing I said, hey man, you want to come see the show and stuff like that? And he goes, yeah. And then he'd phone me and I go, yeah, come see the show. And then thank God he showed up with his emaciated gay lover.
Right.
Hey, Howard, that's how he got me.
That's how he got you.
He said, you want to see the show? And he was very accepting, if you know what I mean.
All right.
That's the worst gay
Oh, that's
accent I've
ridiculous.
ever heard.
Paul, one last statement for Norm Macdonald, and thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Norm, Howard, you should definitely play poker in that game he invited you to. Norm used to lose so much money
Really?
in the New York poker underground.
Oh my God, did I ever?
Do you have a gambling problem?
You said you had a gambling
man,
problem.
I just lost last night like $3,900.
So you go back
Jesus.
You lost $3,900.
Oh my God, I'd always lose every day.
What do? You play poker? I would love to play poker.
And he plays poker with these card sharks.
Yeah,
Let's have a
they're
poker
all-
game. How
they're
long are
all
you in town for?
professional poker players.
But
Oh,
they
you go
see
to-
him coming. You walk into that place and they get.
Can I
go
tell you
crazy.
something? I went to Atlantic. No, not Atlantic
You know what
City.
the funny part is?
Where do they have? I went to. Oh, I know. I went to Tahoe.
Yeah.
And then when you go to Tahoe, you can play poker at a table, and they have a professional dealer.
Yeah.
I sat down for 5 minutes. They cleaned me out of a couple of $100 in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they. It's like they could see my hand.
They wait for you.
Howard.
Oh, yeah, the guy
And I'm not that good.
The guys at the club in New York used to just wait for Norm to walk in. It was
They say it's their duty to take his money.
Yeah, that's
But
what
Norm, why
happened.
would you play if you're so bad?
I just like gambling.
Do you like to play blackjack?
You know what the funny thing is? When I play poker with them, the funny thing is they'll pretend like I'm good,
right?
Like I'm retarded or something,
right?
So they're like, "Hey, good play," and I'm like, I know I suck. I know you guys are way better.
What happens to you? What is like? How did you lose? Like, do you get at least a good hand?
Now this is the thing: when you play poker, right? The best way to play is just to constantly fold your hand,
right?
But I don't do that. I want to play poker.
Do you bluff? Is that the problem?
These guys are pros.
Yeah, you can't bluff these guys.
Right. You can't bluff.
Pros.
All you do, all the good players, they never play. They just constantly fold. They play like one in every 50 hands.
Yeah, right.
Norm has a crap system. That's how he makes money. Craps.
Oh, you play craps?
Yeah.
You're a real big gambler.
I just like gambling. Yeah, I don't care about winning.
How much money do you lose a year? Would you say?
It's fun just to gamble.
Is it gambling if you always lose?
Yeah.
I mean, are you supposed to win occasionally? Do you ever win?
See, card players, poker players, they're not gamblers. They're like, that's their job.
They just take people's money.
Yeah, I've played with the professionals once, and I tell you, it's a humiliating experience.
Well, Norm has a need for like the action. Like it's too boring if you win. Like one time he called me from Vegas like 4 in the morning,
right?
And he sounded bad,
right?
And he said, "What's the matter?" He goes, "I just won $60,000 playing craps."
Right.
I said, well, "What's the matter?" And
The matter is he's lying.
He said, "I lost $80,000 on college basketball."
That's funny. Can you lose as much as $80,000 on college basketball, Norm?
Let me tell you a little story.
Yeah.
Artie, my friend.
Yeah. Who reveals everything.
Introduces me to a bookie, right?
Right. Yeah.
Last year.
Right.
And so I win from this bookie in a period of 2 weeks, almost $100,000.
Nice.
The bookie disappeared.
Without paying.
Artie's friend. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's.
Where is the guy now? Do we know?
I think I already know.
I don't know where he is. I haven't talked to him. That's not something.
What recourse do you have?
That's not something we should discuss.
You have no recourse. They go, hey, why don't you break his legs? Go, how the hell am I going to break a guy's legs?
Yeah, right.
Want they arrest me?
See, that's the problem. And if you lost, they would have been right there breaking your leg.
Right.
Oh, for crying out loud. That's terrible.
But I got screwed, too.
Yeah.
How much did you lose?
I lost on this one basketball game. They have this bet you call a lightning bet.
What is that?
You know the under-over in games?
Right, sure.
Like, so in a basketball game, Utah was playing Chicago.
Right.
And the under-over in this game was like 180, which is the total score from each team.
Right.
So I lightninged $200 a point, the over, which means every point it goes over, you win $200.
Right.
Every point it goes under, you lose $220.
Okay.
Because you lose the VIG, too. You know?
Right, I hear you.
So I bet I lightning the over, 200 a point, on the lowest scoring basketball game in the history of the NBA.
Oh my God!
It was when Utah played.
How much did you lose?
On one game, I lost $8,200.
Wow!
And that's like bad for me.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have a lot of money.
No,
he doesn't have a lot of money.
He's got money?
He's got much more money than me.
Really? How does he have all that money?
Because he signs these deals where he doesn't have to do anything. They're called holding deals.
Oh, really?
You know those things?
Yeah.
Like
it's like you have a project and you hold him.
Yeah.
You never do the project,
right?
But you have him signed.
Right. So he signed on NBC, gave him like $500,000 for nothing.
Really?
That's not true.
You told me you couldn't do the TV show because you had an NBC holding deal.
Right. Well, now because I have an NBC holding,
you just don't want to do Norm's show.
I would love to do this show. Don't you see this clever repartee?
I don't know. It's very confusing to me.
This would be number one.
All right. I can't believe it.
Jeez.
Well, anyway,
These
listen.
are the guys to hang out with.
Did I not pay you the $8,200 though?
Yeah, you did.
I paid Norm for the guy.
You did?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm a man of my word.
These two guys are so good on the air together because they out each other and everything.
Good friends.
I love it.
Well, Norm, I don't see what I did so wrong with the craps thing. I mean, that's like nothing.
Oh, okay. Forget it.
Norm looks upset.
See, because then they fight.
Yeah. Will Norm not talk to you now for a while?
No, I love
They'll
Artie.
fight him.
No, he's a good guy.
Artie's the best. I'm going to try to get him on the show.
But he's got a holding deal.
Yeah, but he gets released.
How many shows have you taped so far?
This is the thing. If he doesn't do anything for NBC, right?
Right.
Then he's freed up. He can come and do my show. So if he just doesn't do anything for NBC, he still gets paid. He can come do my show.
Yeah.
But now he's saying, oh, maybe I'll do something for NBC.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of projects.
What do you think he's trying to tell you? That he doesn't like the show?
Maybe.
I went to the taping last week. It's funny as hell.
It's
really good.
And what is the story? How many of the shows do you have in the can, as they say?
The can?
Yeah. How many have you completed?
We're doing 10, so we got 7 in the can.
Right. And what do? You do it in front of a live audience?
Huh?
Do you do it in front of a live audience?
Yeah, this is the hell part of it.
Isn't there a lot of pressure to memorize the whole script?
Yeah, it's hard to memorize. But the worst part is they do the scenes twice. So the first time you do the scene, the audience listens to it.
And laughs.
Then you have to do the exact same scene the second time.
And they're bored.
The same audience. But they laugh like idiots anyway. because they have these warm-up guys that tell them to laugh.
Right.
But so I just changed all my lines because I feel like a jackass saying the
Right, you're a
same
guy
thing.
who likes to be spontaneous.
I don't like saying the same thing twice.
No.
Norm, this is not going to work.
Yeah, the other actors are looking at him like, I don't know what to say. Oh, that's unbelievable.
That crowd Friday night was really good.
What is it, Doug? Quickly, I really have to end this. Yes, go ahead.
I'd rather smell Sonny Bono's dead carcass than listen to Nancy Sirianni's music on your show.
You know, this guy's
What is it,
over
and
and over again and getting on
John,
so he
why
can
you
make
doing-
these Sirianni references.
I hate Nancy Sirianni.
This is
She's
the same-
horrible,
this is the same guy
Howard.
Same thing.
It was the gay guy, too.
He says he wants to speak to Norm, and then he gets through and he does this.
Ridiculous.
All right. Who writes the scripts for your show? You do?
I do with my buddies, you know.
But Artie's not a buddy?
Artie is a buddy, but he's doing all this other stuff.
Right.
So
And I
my
wanted-
buddy Frank, remember Frank?
Yeah, I know Frank. Frank's a good guy.
He's a good guy, and Bruce Halford.
I want to thank Laura and Lou for stopping by. Norm's big fans.
They were sweet girls.
Are they
Right.
still outside?
Yeah, you're probably going to go home with them.
I'm free for lunch.
You're free for lunch as long as they pay. All right.
And the show's great, man. Your show.
right, we'll be
Well,
watching.
thank you.
Your show.
Thank you very
CBS
much.
show is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Artie was
Thanks.
saying it's so hard when you switch from, I think people, like, when they switch from Saturday Night Live to your show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very hard to go back to Saturday Night Live because you guys are doing all this crazy stuff, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this new format really works.
Norm asked me how Saturday Night Live was. I said, I don't know. I turned over to Howard.
Yeah, well, Saturday Night
That's what all
Live.
my friends say because they're you know, they watch Saturday Night Live because they're, you know, programmed for the last 25 years to do that, and then they switch over, and then it's very hard to switch back because it's compelling.
Yeah, these CBS guys just sent me ratings for the February sweeps, and we beat Saturday Night Live with all men 18 to 49.
Yeah.
And that was
Those are all
good.
Norm's friends.
Those are all Norm's friends. Same as one who showed up for his movie.
Yeah.
And,
It's the best thing on TV.
and now all we got to do is just beat him everywhere else.
Yeah.
That's it. Anyway, Norm, thanks.
Thanks, man.
Always good to see you, Norm
Are you
McDonald.
still coming on the show?
Yeah, I want to get on that
Norm
show.
show?
I want to get on the Norm show. I'm trying to get on.
has a deal
No, I have a
with
holding
NBC.
deal at NBC. No, I'm being serious. I really do. I can't get on there. So I want to get on there. As soon as I'm out of my holding deal, I'm on. I guarantee you. I'll do Artie's part. All right, the Norm Show airs tonight, ABC 9:30. Everybody watch it. The great Norm McDonald. And Artie, thank you for coming here. I'm sorry you're not on the Norm Show.
Thanks,
We'll
Howard.
look for you in something on NBC.
Yeah,
soon.
lots of stuff.
Yeah, as soon as you're out of your holding deal.
So Norm, you're not mad at Artie, are you? For outing your gambling problems?
No, he's a good man, Artie. He's good. He's a good friend. You know?
So most good friends out you usually?
What do you mean by out?
He was talking about all your gambling problems.
Yeah. No, I don't have gambling.
No.
I just gamble. Here's Artie. Ask him a question.
Who's that? Who are those interns?
Hey,
Jesus
see you later.
Christ.
You like that, right?
You guys are doing all right.
Is it better than extra ass?
That depends on what extra ass you're talking about.
All right. Did you guys have a good time?
Yeah, it was really fun, man.
Hey, Norm, before you go, I just want to bring you down to the production studio and actually Artie, too, and just do some IDs real quick.
Great.
All right? So the first one, Artie, why don't you stand at that mic over there?
Oh, you want us both?
Yeah, so why don't the first one you do, each introduce yourselves and then wish Howard a happy 46th birthday.
Good Lord, is it that old?
Been around for 20 years. 25.
That's good. 46. I'm sorry, what do I...
You just introduce yourselves and then wish him anything you want. Just but wish him a happy 46th birthday.
All right, man.
Anytime.
When Howard Stern stops making radio, they should
Hey,
stop
that's my
making
thing,
radio.
man.
That's my line.
That's my thing.
Come
The
on,
guy
man.
took my thing. Okay, I'm going to say it. Let me tell you something. Is it happy birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Howard Stern, the greatest. And let me tell you something. When Howard Stern stops making radio, they should stop making radios.
It's terrible. He didn't do it right.
Yeah. But you got to introduce yourselves first, because no one's going to know who you are.
Okay, right. Hey, this is Norm Macdonald wishing Howard Stern a happy 46th birthday. And Howard went... Okay, let me start again. Okay?
Yeah.
It's hard, man. I don't got cue cards.
That's
right.
right.
Hey, this is Norm Macdonald wishing Howard Stern a happy 46th birthday. And let me tell you something. When Howard Stern stops making radios... No. I fucking wrote this. It's great. Okay. Ready? Hey, this is Norm Macdonald. Don't talk because they'll hear it. Hey, this is Norm Macdonald wishing Howard Stern a happy 46th. Happy birthday, Howard. And as I always say, when Howard stops making radio, they should stop making radios. You know what I mean? That's good.
All right, good.
That's excellent. This one? Should I read it? Yes. You want me to read?
You can't read.
Oh, read this on the air. Well, so you scratched all this part out?
Right.
I don't understand what it means. Please check back with me in 2 weeks, because maybe at that point I'll need help. Is that the joke?
I guess that might be the joke.
I gotta know the joke so I know how to say it. Okay. Is this gonna sound like it's my idea, though?
Yeah, but we write it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as
Yeah.
Howard knows you guys.
Yeah. Howard approves them.
Oh, okay, cool. Should I just say it?
Yeah.
I love on this because everybody just looks like a retard, retarded actor going, what do I do again? Okay. Hey, I'm Norm Macdonald, and I don't need Howard or the Howard Stern Show because now I have my very own sitcom. That's right. But check back with me in a couple weeks, and then I'll probably need him again. Howard Stern. And now... I fucked that all up.
All right, just you can pick it up with "and now."
Oh, right. And now, Howard Stern.
I just got one more for you.
All right.
This is a
words.
Bob Dole one.
Oh, okay.
Now, just if you want to do something on your own, you don't have to do this. But it's just an idea to do the Bob Dole.
I'll try to do this. I don't know if I can do Dole that well.
Purple.
Okay. Hi, this is Bob Dole. I'm the guy who could have been president of this great country. But all of you rejected me because I was a cripple. That's right. Well, you may not be rid of me yet because my wife, Liberty Dole, is going to run for the presidency. Ain't that a boot in the ass? I'll be in the White House and not have to do a lick of the work. You heard me. Plus, I got a fresh supply of Viagra. That's right. Anybody got Monica Lewinsky's phone number? I want to try that cigar trick, except with my pen. You're listening to a man who doesn't need Viagra, but he sure could use a penile implant. Howard Stern.
That was good.
There you go.
One quick thing.
Great. And it's just one more, actually. Introduce yourself again. One more and you're out of here. Introduce yourself again and congratulate Howard on 25 years in broadcasting.
Wow. That's great. That's great. Well, let me think of something to say. Or should I just say that?
Whatever you want to say.
Okay. Oh, I introduced myself
Yep.
again, right? Hey, this is Norm Macdonald. I should start again, right?
Yep.
Hey, this is Norm Macdonald. Congratulating... oh, no, I shouldn't say congratulating. What did you say to say again?
Congratulate Howard on 25 years in broadcasting. So, hey, congratulations.
Hey, this is Norm Macdonald, and Howard, I want to congratulate you on 25 years. Did you say broadcasting?
Broadcasting.
Hi, this is Norm Macdonald. I want to wish Howard, I want to wish you congratulations on 25 years in broadcasting. That's great. And when they stop making, I should do that part, right? I'm going to do that part. That's good. Okay. Hey, Howard, Norm Macdonald here, wishing you congratulations on 25 years in broadcasting. Let me tell you something, buddy. When you stop doing radio,